Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is the Stitching Colourist with Shelley Lewis and welcome to Floss Tube number 50. Can't believe we're at Floss Tube 50 already. I started this channel 2017 I think it was, and yeah, I love it. So anyway, we'll get into the video. So this video might be in two parts, because I've recently been away to a stitching retreat in Crewe. Went on Friday just gone and came back Sunday. So in this video I'm going to be showing you the bits and pieces that I got. Yeah, it's quite a bit. You always do. Well, you don't go to the stitching retreats that often a year, so it's allowed. So yeah, I had a great time. It was brilliant, absolutely loved it again. Hotel was absolutely fantastic, hospitality was fantastic. The organizer who did the stitching retreat, Ladybird retreats, absolutely, the work that she puts into the retreats, it is just amazing. Where I live, because I live by the sea in Morecambe, there is lots of hotels on the front, so it means lots of potentials for stitching retreats. And I've thought to myself before, I wonder what it'd be like to actually have like a stitching retreat on the seafront. But then I thought, yeah, I really could not do what these people do that organise the retreats. It takes a lot of work. But yeah, really enjoyed the stitching retreat. Saw lots of friends that I've met before, and I also met a new friend, Ebony. So if you're watching this, hi. So yeah, absolutely lovely. So we'll get into it because you're here for the goodies. So yeah, I got quite a bit. Now I'm going to show you my Mirabelia kit I got first, because I actually made a start on that while I was at the retreat. Now, when I was at the retreat, I actually got this bag from Tish Roberts. You may know her as Lettie on Facebook. I'm not sure if I'm going to have to definitely have a look if her Facebook group is still on there. I'm going to have a look. So I got this from Tish, and this actually holds in my Mirabelia that I got. Now, the last time I went to the retreat in April, I saw a chart, and it was this one, and it is Mirabelia, and it's called Charlotte. Now, I saw the chart, I really fancied stitching this, but however, it wasn't actually kitted up, it was just the chart. So I didn't end up getting this one, and I think I got another one. However, this time, because Hawkins Hobbies, that's the little shop that goes, she was there again this time, and I thought, I'm not planning on buying anything, but I'm going to have a little look, just a look, you know what it's like with my purse in hand. I'm going to have a little look and see if she's actually got this chart kitted up, and sure enough, it was kitted up this time, so I bought that. I absolutely love it, and I've made a start in it. So if you just bear with me while I take this chart off, because we're not actually allowed to show charts on YouTube. So this is how far I've got at the minute. Now, it's special, this is, because I normally stitch on, I've stitched on 14 count, 16, 18, and I've only ever stitched on even with Magic Guide because of the little holes, and it's only been one over one, because I thought it's easier to count them. However, there was another lady that was there that had these fabrics. Now, it wasn't Cross and Crafts, and it wasn't Stitch Mania Stash. I know her name, Lula's. I think it's something along the line as Lula's Fabrics, I think. If I'm wrong, I do apologise. But yeah, she brought a few of her fabrics with her, and she had this fabric. Now, you're not going to be able to see the holes through this, but it's a hand-dyed fabric, and it's actually even weave. It's a 28 count even weave, and it's supposed to be stitched 2/2, and I've never done it before, and I didn't have a clue how to do it. But my lovely people that were on the table, my table friends, they actually showed me how, and I picked it up straight away. So that is how far I've got at the minute. So I'm just doing the front of a skirt, which is that bit there, and I'm just coming down to this bit here. So yeah, that was my new start at the retreat and my purchase. And I also got this grime guard with the bag as well. So I'm just going to stick this needle minder. Oh yeah, needle minder. I also got this from the retreat. So every time we go on a retreat, there's a lady on Facebook called No More Lost Needles. It's Lisa Simmons, and she does needle minders anyway that you can purchase, but she also does special ones for the retreats. So I got this one of the little black kitty on, and it says Crewe Retreat September 23. So that was my souvenir needle minder. And while I've got this out, a lovely lady that was there, Teresa, she asked, well, there was Teresa that asked, but there was also Lucy that mentioned about needles with like a ball on the end that you can use, and I hadn't heard of these before, and I thought, I've never heard of that. I wouldn't know what it's like to stitch with those, because the needle I was having problems threading it, and I needed a thinner needle. So at first I wasn't going to use the one with the ball on the end, but Lucy gave me a normal needle to use, and I was getting on fine with it. And then Teresa mentioned about the needle with the ball on the end, and she says, well, try it. If you don't like it, then you know you don't like it, but if you do, you can have the needle. So I'm not sure if you're going to see this on camera, but on the end, the tip there's actually a slight ball. I don't know if you're going to see that on camera. If you can't, I apologise, but if you can, then that's all good. So I started trying it, and I got on really well with it, and I love it. It just goes through the fabric absolutely lovely. Not to mention, I quite like the little sound it makes when it goes through. Call me weird, but I do. So yeah, that was the project and the project bag that I got. So, oh, I've got a bag of things here. So when I got to the retreat, I hadn't even sat down, and obviously Ladybird Retreats, who organises the retreat, she also handcrafts her own bags as well that she sells at the retreat. And when I walked in, I literally hadn't sat down. I put my case down, but not sat. And I was looking at her bags, and there was another lady that was in. She was holding this one up, and I was like, oh my god, I absolutely love that. But I turned around, I was talking to someone else, and I don't know, she must have decided that she wasn't going to keep it because it was back in the basket. So I decided to get it, and it's a Harry Potter. I love Harry Potter. But this is the design at the front. How awesome is that? And what got me with this bag as well was the back of it. Look at the back. Isn't that amazing? So it's got the Harry Potter designs and that at the back of it. These bags are absolutely gorgeous. You've got a little handle there, and it came with a little pom-pommy thing on the zip. Now this bag was £28 for this, but I actually paid a bit extra because there was a little back thing inside it, so that came inside it, so I'll give her a little bit extra obviously for that. And it's got her logo on the side, handmade by Ladybird. Absolutely love it. And this is what the inside looks like. So they're extremely well made, very well made. So that was my other project bag that I got from the retreat. And going back to fabrics, from, I might actually have it on the tag here, that fabric that I'm working on for the Mirabelia Charlotte design. I also brought 2 more fabrics. Now I brought, it's called Meredith, I've got the tag on there, and it's an 18 count Aida 28 by 20 non-colour fast. Now, like I was saying, I've stitched on 18 count before, so this is a bit like a hand dyed, and I bought this because I thought it will come in handy for something. It's a decent size, it's quite large, as in you can't see me now because I'm just holding up the fabric. That's roughly how big that fabric is. So I got that one. I'm not sure how much it was. It did have a price list on the side, but I can't remember. So I got that one, but I also got this one as well. Now this one is called Shepherd, and it's a 20 count Aida, and it's a 19 by 20 non-colour fast. Now this was just £13 because it's got the price on this one. Now 20 count, I've never stitched on 20 count, so I'm not entirely sure what it's like. I was talking to someone at the retreat, Max, and I mentioned about, I think it was 20 count. I asked what the difference was in between 20 count and 18 count, and there is actually not that much of a difference. It's probably a tad bit smaller, if that. So that's the size that I got, and it's another hand dyed one, so I'm quite pleased with that. And I'm going to save these for projects. So if I see, I've got lots of charts upstairs, so them will probably come in handy for the charts that I've got. Now, have I got anything in here? Oh yeah, I'll show you this while we're here, because we got some needle minders at the retreats from Lisa Simmons. We also have this, which is the friend that binds us, and it's actually a badge, and she gave those to people that I think that purchased needle minders at the retreat, so I thought it was pretty. I'm going to think of somewhere to put that. I am, so I'm just going to put these back in this bag. So yeah, so that is that one, just get rid of that. So other things that I've got, no, I'm going to get this one out next because I've already mentioned her at the beginning. Now, the lovely lady that went to the retreat, I think it was her first retreat, called Ebony, she brought along, because when we go to the retreats we can take things to put on the for sale table, and we can put things on the freebies table, and she also put something on the raffle table as well. I saw this on the for sale table and I wanted a floss folder. I've actually wanted a floss folder. I was thinking about it before I went to the retreats. Now this is a small one, but it's going to do perfect for my smaller projects. I've actually put Mickey Mouse in there at the minute because I did have intentions of stitching him at the retreat, and I think I started a little bit, but then I bought the Mirabelia kit and that was it. Everything kind of went out the window. But this is what the floss folder looks like. You've got a little pocket in there, separate one in there that you could probably put your needles in. You've got a pocket here, and there's a little like piece of fabric there that I'm presuming is meant to put your needles in, which I've put my needle in. We've got an opening there, which I've actually put my floss in for my kit. I've got an opening there that's got my fabric in for Mickey Mouse, and then there's that zip part compartment there that's got the picture of the kit that I decided to put in here. Now, Ebony, she made this herself. It is amazing. It really is amazing. It's very good quality. I don't think she sells them herself, which If you are watching, you really, really should, because this is perfect. It is perfectly made. Amazing. I wish I could make things like that. That's what I would love to do. I'd love to be able to make my own project bags, but I just don't know how. But as you can tell, it is a really, really nice cushion, and it is very well made, and I was really pleased with that. So thank you, Ebony. That was a very happy purchase. She put one on the raffle table, and I won on the raffle, which I'll get into in a second. But when I went up the second time, when my number was called, I saw another one of these bags, and I thought, I'd love to, but I can't. I have to give somebody else a chance to actually be able to pick one. So really happy with that. Now, raffle. Yeah, I've won on the raffles at the retreats before, but I haven't like won a lot, and if I have won, it's been maybe towards the end of the raffle. But this time I got a few raffle tickets. Now the raffle tickets, what they do, the raffle at the every retreat, what she does is she always donates the money that's made at the raffle to an animal charity, certain ones. And I think it's such a lovely thing to be able to do, because there's not enough of that going around these days. So I had to go to the raffle. I got a few tickets. I thought, I'm not sure when I'll be going to the retreat next, so I'm going to have a good go at the raffle. So I did. And I won second time, like the second person called out. And I was so excited because I'd had a look on the raffle table beforehand, and there was so many lovely things on there. Absolutely amazing. But one of the things I saw was a full set of CXC threads, and I've had that full set on my Amazon wish list for at least over 2 years. It could be longer. And I couldn't afford to get it at the time because obviously things crop up. When you got kids, your money goes to house first, and obviously bills. So I couldn't justify being able to purchase them. And then they disappeared off Amazon. I don't think you could get them on there. When I saw the CXC threads on the raffle table, I was so excited because I thought, oh gosh, whole set of CXC threads. And I won them. I was so excited. So yeah, I won the whole set of CXC threads. Absolutely amazing. Now these were donated to the raffle from Cross Stitch and Crafts. That's where they come from. You can find them on Etsy, and on Etsy for this full set it's about £40. And I was absolutely over the moon because, you know, if you're not familiar, CXC threads are they're like DMC. They have the same corresponding number code, colour code, but they're just a cheaper brand of thread. I could never in a million years afford a full set of DMC because they're like a couple of £100. But yeah, I'm happy using CXC threads because I use them in my 11 count kits that I have. So now I've got a whole set of these. It means I can have a look at a chart that I've got upstairs because I've got a few. I can actually kit up a chart. With these CXC threads, you can kit up a Aida as well because they've got every single colour in there and they've got the same corresponding code. So technically, if I wanted to, I could kit up a Aida with these. But I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm going to kit up some smaller projects, and I should be able to get a couple of medium projects out of these. So I was so happy with that. Really, really happy. I was proper, as they call it, buzzing. And I was so excited after the raffle. I decided to call my husband and said, guess what? You know what I'm like with my stitching. So after I'd won those, a little bit after, my raffle number had come out again. I thought, do I go up or do I not? And I thought, I'll go up. So I went up and I saw this that was on the table. Now this is a floss folder. It's actually hard. and if you open it up, it's got little compartments where you can put your floss in, so you can use these for a project. But just put them on the floss card like there, and then you just put the bobbins in here. Now I counted it, it's got about 40 spaces, so I could keep, like, put my floss in here for a kit that has about 40 colours in. And that was donated to the raffle by Tish. Now, after I'd won the second time on this, I thought I don't want to win again, because obviously I wanted to give other people a chance of winning as well. So the rest of my tickets I just handed out to around the table, towards my table, to give them extra chances of winning. So that's what I did. Now, another thing that I got, now I purchased these before I went to the retreat from Tish Roberts, but because I thought, well, because we were at the retreat the week after, we said we'd just bring them to the retreat. Now I paid £10 for this. Tish, she does bead boxes. Now with the bead boxes, she's on TikTok as well and on Facebook. She'll have like a big bowl of beads, special beads, and you can have a choice in between, like, one, well, you can order in between 1 or 2 or 3 scoops, and it depends on what scoops you have. They go up a little bit. I think the 2 scoops was 10. The 3 scoops 15. I may be a bit wrong. If I am, I really do apologise. And then it goes up to 20. But also with the scoops of beads, she also does these little mystery balls, you know, like in these toy machines where you get you put £1 in, you get a ball that comes out. It has the little balls in there. You open it up and it has like a bit of paper inside which says something you get with a box. It can either be a little bit of, it can be something else that's added into your box of beads. Now I'm not going to say, because I'm probably going to completely mess it up, but what I'll do is I'll link in the descriptions of this video the Facebook page that she does. I'm not sure how to link the TikTok one. If I can, I will, but if not, I'll do the Facebook. So I ordered 2 scoops of beads, and because I said I was ordering them for me and my little girl, instead of doing the mystery capsules, because with the mystery capsules as well, I think you can get things to do with like wiring and that, but because it's only my little girl and me doing it, she added a couple of other things in. I'll quickly show you, because I haven't got that much long on the video, but I'll quickly show you. So she added a bit of memory wire with this that you can put the beads on, which will be exciting because I've actually got a bracelet made out of memory wire. So we've got that. She added some threader thing to put the beads on. We've got some here as well. We've got some tassels, pink tassels that we've got. She added in, you're not going to see that, but it's a special like kind of thread that you thread the beads on. So she added a rest of one of those in, and she put this in there. I thought it was so cute. Look at that. It's like a little pot of crystals. I'm not sure if these are beads or whether they're just crystals. I will have to have a look. But my daughter hasn't seen it yet, and I thought she's going to like that because it'll be like a little pot of treasure. So I love that. And I've got, she added those in as well. Some colourful thread to add on. And I think the other beads are in here. Yeah, this kind of, I'm going to show you through the pack because I need to hurry up because there's a video. Now we've got larger beads. We've got those kind of beads there. We've got a little diamondy type. Now that'll look pretty on a necklace with some beads round it. Now there is 1 or 2 beads in here that Tish made herself, because she actually makes beads herself. And we've got a couple of charms, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but we've got a butterfly charm there, and we've got all sorts. And so what I'm going to do is, if you would like me to do a separate video completely focusing on this bead bag, and we can go through the beads together, please do let me know, and I'll do a separate video with it, and I'll actually show you in depth the beads and that came with it. So now, because it takes a bit longer on the floss tube video, so I'll just put these back in here. Now, as well, with the bead bag, she added, this was with it as well, so it's got a key ring of charms, which it's pink. I'm going to put that on her bag, so I'm going to pop it on a bag, and she included these 2 sweets in there as well, so I thought that was nice. Thought we can have one together. My son, he's actually commented that he wants to have a go at this beading. So because I've got the bag of beads here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can find a cheap tin or something somewhere, and I'm actually going to put all my beads in, beading and bits of stuff in, so I can keep it safe, so we can do a bit of beading when we have the time. So, oh, my leg's gone numb from keeping it back. I also purchased, I think, 3. I purchased 3 from Tish, but she also gave me a bunch of those for free to put on one of my rings. It was for the Mirabelia, but she bought a whole bunch of these with her to the retreat that she's made, and each of them has a little charm on. We've got a little angel on there. Now these, if you're unfamiliar, these are actually floss holders, you know, where you have the cards. Well, these are actually holders, and inside the holder you can open that little bit up, and you've got a little bit of paper in there that you can write the shade, what you're actually using. So yeah, I brought that one, and I've got, this was towards the end of the retreat because I'd just seen them and I instantly fell in love, and I got that one as well. I love that charm, absolutely love it. So yeah, so that is that. Now I have got one more little thing in here, but I'm gonna have to leave it till the next video now, because sadly we've run out of time. So yeah, I couldn't show my finished, well, my bits that I worked on in this video, so I will make it into 2 parts. So this is going to be Floss Tube 50 part 1. I will do a second part and show you that little other thing that I've got in there, and also what I actually stitched on at the retreat and what I've been stitching on at home. So anyway guys, that is where I'm going to leave it for now. I hope you've enjoyed the video. As I said, I really enjoyed it at the retreat. I had such an amazing time, met some lovely people that I've seen before, met a new friend, and yeah, it was just amazing. I really enjoyed it. So not sure when I'll be going again, because my son's got a school trip next year and it's to the Isle of Man, so we're going to have to save up for that. So it won't be next year, but I'm not going to say I'm not going to go again, because yeah, I just love them. So I probably won't go next year, but I probably will the year after. So as soon as the list comes up for the year after, I will book onto that, which will be 25. At least it'll give me time to save a bit for it as well then. So anyway, I'm going to get going. If you've enjoyed the video, please feel free to give the video a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. If you're not familiar with it, you can follow me on the Facebook group, which is Keep Calm and Craft. I don't post a lot on there because I get busy. I do get busy, but even if you're a colourist and that, you can post on there. I am on TikTok as well, the Stitching Colourist, and I'm also on Instagram, the Stitching Colourist as well. So anyway, I'm gonna get going and I'll see you again soon. So goodbye for now guys, bye.